2 from Assessment 4 asked students to outline how elite athletes competing in a team sport of your choice are able to improve their skill to enhance performance. This was worth 5 marks. I've gone through. So first of all, for this question, students need to talk about a team sport, and they're allowed to pick whichever one they liked. They had to look at the team sport and how athletes can improve their skill to enable them again to enhance performance. Remember, this option is all about improving performance. So they need to talk about a team sport of their choice, how they can improve their skill to enhance performance. If we go to our syllabus, skill training, so students need to look at drills practice, modified and small-sided games, and also games for specific outcomes, example, decision making and tactical awareness. But once they've gone through and explained these things here, for elite athletes based on a team sport of their choice, how are they going to improve performance? So not just tell me what drills practice is, but what is drills practice going to enable the athlete to do in order to improve their performance? If we go and look at this sample answer here, first of all, so this one starts off with soccer players. So straight away, you know we've got a team sport of their choice being soccer players. Are elite athletes that require a lot of soccer skills in order to perform the right technique at the right time. Skill is required. Soccer players would base their skill training on the following. And I've just put, instead of writing the word things, let's get some more higher understanding words in there. Aspects to achieve successful skills. Drills practice, modified and small-sided games, and games for specific outcomes. So they're the 3 areas you need to have in there. What you'll notice here, which is an area for this student to work on, is that I've actually circled drills practice, not the student. Let's make them stand out. Let's show the marker that, hey, there's the first part of the dot point. I know it's in there. So drills practice is required for skills as it helps the athlete focus on the one technique instead of multiple. This improves their performance. As they've performed their technique, by performing the technique right, there will be a positive result most of the time. So straight away, they've spoke about what it is and how it's going to impact on performance. Then they get to their example. For example, in soccer, the players stand in a circle and start passing the soccer ball to each other. By doing this, the athlete is able to focus on their passing technique. Very good. Simple as that. Second part of the dot point, small-sided games are provided to athletes as this helps the athletes focus on the game. This is done by making the field smaller, so altering the size of the field and altering the time, etc. By doing this, it improves the athlete's ability to make game-related decisions. So time back into how does he improve performance and involves the athletes more in the game. An example of this is 3-on-3. Let's go to the next page. Is 3-on-3 soccer game. So this is our small games and modified games here. The fields are small and the rules like a 20-minute match, so their muscles don't fatigue too extreme because their involvement has increased. Smaller numbers. Very good. Games for specific outcomes here. So we could be talking about tactical and also, tactical awareness and decision making. So games for specific outcomes also helps the athlete as it puts them in a situation where they'll have to make quick and accurate decisions. In soccer, this is needed for penalty shootouts, corners, player versus the goalie, and defending versus attacker. This helps their decision making as they can learn from their mistakes and make better decisions next time, and their tactical awareness as they are able to quickly change to get their position, for example, changing from a defender to attacker. An example of a game for specific outcomes would be possession/taking the ball, where a player is in the middle of a circle of players. The player with the ball has to pass it to a person in the middle, and the person in the middle has to try and get the ball. This helps the players as they can make decisions and help them improve their techniques. So look, another very, very good answer. So he's covered the 3 parts of the syllabus that are required. He said what they are, he's included examples, and he's linked it back to how each of those 3 areas are going to improve the performance of the athlete. So that's a very good answer, well done. The setting out could have been a little bit better in terms of underlining. Some of the feedback from me, because I marked this question, was that the setting out and the underlining this question was very, very poor. It's a real area that we need to work on as a cohort. Most students were able to include the 3 areas from the syllabus. So again, very good syllabus content. However, examples were included by most students specific to the chosen sport. Some students failed to relate to how it improves performance. So this is the key theme that's coming through for me, is that we know the content, but however, we need to make sure we're looking at all aspects of the question. And so it's one thing to say what drills practice is, but how does drills practice enable the athlete to improve their performance? That's where students struggled here. So again, as a result of that, a 3 or a 4 out of 5 instead of getting a 5 out of 5. A number of students also confused some of the syllabus terminology, like putting the tactical awareness and decision making in the small and modified games. which is where it should go in the games for specific outcomes. So just knowing that the areas of the syllabus that I need to look at. But overall, it wasn't a bad effort from most students. We just need to make sure we tie back into looking at how it improves their performance.